all this discourse that's going on about everything involving people having to talk to each other, whether it be in retail, grocery stores, service industries, whether it be about how we build community, mutual aid, and all this shit, right? Comes down to me is that you can't out logic the basic fact that as a human being, you still need care. That is the end. The basic conversation to me is you can use all of the concepts and theories that you have learned on these internet streets, that you have learned in them four walls in them classrooms, that you have learned within any kind of social, political, economic environment you've been in. But at the end of the day, if you are a human being, you are going to need care from somebody else in one way, shape, or form. That is how you're going to get your food. That is how you're going to get your shelter. That is how you're going to get your basic needs met. Because to be human means we have to be in relationship to one another and other forms of life. So whether you like it or not, you're going to have to communicate. Communicate with the person next door to you, communicate with the person that you are going to be sharing the same space with, communicating with the people who also have the same needs as you. But because we don't know how to be human, because we are so scared of our humanity, due to the fact that the body that holds the vessel that we call the spirit and the mind has been reduced down to nothing more than an economy that determines your self-worth based upon what you produce. The fact that there is no true monetary value to care means that people do not value it. Even when you are in these so-called discourse spaces in which everyone's talking about care, but there is no care to be had because there is no community to be had when you don't know how to even talk to one another. And the shit is messy, the shit is hard because it is fucking human. So, do we want to be human? Or do you want to be still a product of the machine, of a nation state that does not give a fuck about you? No matter how many theories you try to create, you try to weaponize, you try to throw down the gauntlet to in order to skirt around the fact that you're scared to ask for help. And it's okay. Even if somebody says no, even if you're rejected, you have every right to ask for care just as much as anybody else does. So can you then also receive the care that we also desperately need? This is why we have to grieve as a society. We have to make space and room in order to be able to see and hear one another, not in some love and light way. Fuck that shit. Bring the rage, bring the noise. Bring the shit that's gonna break these structures and our attachments to it so that we stop getting in these fucking loops and discourse that take us nowhere except to the same space we've always been in, dehumanization. So what do you want, baby? Do you want to be human? Do you want to be free? Or do you want to be right and therefore stuck in the same loop of inhumanity? Dream with me and through Abolitionist Dreamscapes on my Patreon and podcast along